Hi, so today I am going to talk about loving the skin you are in. And to be quite honest, for you to really love the skin that you're in, it starts up here. It's really psychological. You just have to love where you are at and just begin right where you are. And then the rest is history. And the next thing you have to do, honestly, is you have to eat right. You have to eat right, fruits, vegetables, keto, vegan, vegetarian, whatever that works for you, whatever you fancy. You gotta do what you gotta do. Your body will tell you what it wants. I personally, I cycle, keto cycle. When I'm doing meat, mostly I do meat and vegetables. And when I do carbs, I do ancient grains, and it's usually vegan, ancient grains, lentils, vegetables, whatever. And this has helped. But self-care is really a huge thing, and it starts inside, spiritually, psychologically, and then you wake up on the outside. Eat right, hydrate. um, Fasting for me is usually spiritual, and when I am fasting, because my work is really physical, I thrive on coconut water. And I realize that coconut water, there are different kinds. So some kinds don't work for me, I believe, because they have higher potassium levels, so that it makes my head hurt. And I have found one that really works for me, and that's the Nirvana. It has since changed, because before, I think it got bought out by some other big company. You know how these things go. It used to be just 100% coconut water. Now they have some additives, but it still works for me, and that's really the only one that works for me, especially when I'm fasting, because others, they increase my blood sugar. I just don't feel right, so I stick with Nirvana coconut water. I just put some ice in there to kind of dilute it, although when it's raw it's even better, but it tends to be really expensive, and when I'm working I need at least two of those, and that tends to be quite pricey, so that's why I dilute it with water, with ice, I mean. And then the next thing, even when I'm not fasting for spiritual purposes, I do tend to do intermittent fasting, where I try not to eat before noon. So I usually take my break around noon or 12:30, and then I eat. I just try to eat light, because when I do eat, go heavy on carbs, I tend to fall asleep at work and my job. I cannot afford to be lethargic. Yo, the progress is real. Ain't no struggles here on this side. And the last thing, really, you just have to skincare, and find out what works for you. See, this is me trying different things and it not working. This is my clean face right here. Clean face. But find out what works for you and stick with it. My skin tend to be on the sensitive side. As far as makeup is concerned, I have been with Bare Minerals for close to 15 years. I just recently started using CC Plus, and I really like it, although what I don't like about it, it tends to be a bit heavy coverage, and I don't like heavy coverage on my face. I like the feel and the look of my skin, so I do that maybe once on a Sunday, or I'm going out dinner on a date or something. Yeah, clean skin is a must. I try to cleanse my skin once in the evening, because I sweated, and so yeah, and then I put all my moisturizers, and then at night, and then in the morning I just rinse with clean water. cold water. I may put an ice block on my face, and then I just use my toner, rose water, hyaluronic, um, what do you call it? Hyaluronic serum, and then I just spray more rose water on my face. I keep lots of rose water so that during the day I just spray it, freshen up my face, and I keep it like that. I don't moisturize during the day, because especially nowadays because it's hot, but when it's cold I do put moisturizer. And then teeth. Yeah, I don't want to take my teeth. I only did once when I was 30. It's been 15 years ago, and I didn't even finish my course because it make my teeth really sensitive. But I have a thing about toothpaste, so I like natural. I use the native. I use Toms, the whole care, and then I try to put here and there the Sensodyne Mineral Boost. I can't do Sensodyne every day, morning, evening, because it makes my teeth sensitive. Ironically, it's supposed to relieve sensitivity, but it makes my teeth sensitive. So, but I will put it in here and there because it does really good for my enamel. But yeah, and honestly, first and foremost, it's just God and God alone. Scripture, read your word, worship, stay away from negative people, negativity, forgive, love, and people who are negative, run away.